Hey everyone! Today we are going to be looking at my past failed crochet project. Okay everyone, I think we're good. So first, I'm gonna try and go in like as close to chronological order as I can. But I remember when I was first learning how to crochet, I was super ambitious in the sense that I was not ready to just do a bunch of swatches, crochet a blanket. I want to crochet clothes. So I followed this tutorial. It's gonna be somewhere. And I made this. Okay, the pink part and the green part wasn't on there, and it was just this white top, except there wasn't a back either. It was like a halter. And I finished the tutorial, and I noticed the girl in the video never turned around, and I was like, huh, why didn't she turn around? And the way that the tutorial worked is you like took this thick piece right here, and you ran it in between the backs to create like a little cross back thing. It looked horrible, and I was like, okay, not that her video was horrible or that her top was horrible, mine looked bad. So I crocheted this is half double crochets, I think. It's been like a year. Anyways, I crocheted a new back for it. I think it looks really nice with the back. But I thought it looked pretty boring. So recently I saw this video, how to crochet strawberries. So I did. I added them to it. I think it looks really nice. I don't know if you can, just gonna show you. But the thing with these is that they pop inside out. I don't know. I just thought that was a bit weird. I haven't washed it with the strawberries, but I have washed this by itself. I didn't do a proper block for a color block, I think it's called, for it, but I've just been washing it in the washing machine, and it's been getting pretty soft over time. Next I crocheted this top right here. It's very meshy. I like it. One thing about this though is, as it's been on the hanger and as I've been washing it, the arms have gotten quite longer than they originally were. But what I really like about this one is this goes with like a regular shirt. The thing about a lot of crochet materials is that, at least for me, is I get super hot, and like compared to like a sweater or something, I can just take this off, and it's got a lot of breathing holes, so I really like it. But the thing about this is this was a freehand project, so like I followed a tutorial, but I didn't finish with the tutorial, right? Because she was talking about how if you want it to be longer right here, you can just keep going in rounds. And hers, whenever I finished, stopped like up here, and I didn't like it very much. So I made it go longer. So now when I put it on, it comes down to like a pretty good length. Then I got too ambitious. I went with, this took me like 7 months. This giant sweater. I don't know if you can tell on camera how big this thing is, but like it's massive. This was supposed to be a like a large, but I made the rookie mistake of using wooden hooks, and they kept breaking, and you can see from where I had to keep choosing new hooks and stuff. And I had no idea what a gauge was or how to use it, so I ended up with like a double or triple XL, something massive like that. But this is also really heavy, so I keep this for the winter and stuff. But I've been washing this, and it's been holding up for a while. I've had this finished for like 3 months, I want to say, and it hasn't started unraveling or anything. The cuffs still look really nice right here, I feel. And I really like it, you know? It's a nice winter color. This is where things get a bit questionable, because this is when things started to go downhill. I tried to follow this tutorial, and you can see from the thumbnail that it looked so cute. I like the edgy stuff, you know, those edgy clothes. So, you know, the skull looked very attractive to me, and as you can tell, this pinhead ass skull is exactly what I wanted. Oh wow. Okay, anyways. What upset me about this one is it's way too short on me. Like, it's not cropped, and it's not full length. It's like that awkward middle, and I don't like it at all. The skull is a pinhead. Like, when I put it on, it stays like this. Even like, I'm not full enough to stretch this out to be normal. And because of the way that the pattern was, the inside right here is like strings. So it like stays in place, you know what I mean? And that's really good, I know, for like details, like the switching from the black to the white to the green to the brown to the all the other colors, and that it works really well. But like, not for me. There's no neck, like, you know how the arms are cuffed and the arms here are cuffed. There was no neck at all, and I thought it was finished, so I went ahead and I worked around it with brown just to give it that finish, you know what I mean? And I think it was good on the hair, but like, I'm sure it doesn't stay that long, and it just does. And this last one is my most recent one. So I followed this tutorial, and I didn't even end up with a skirt. So I don't know how, but I ended up with this halter dress. You can see like where the attempt was made, you know what I mean? Like you can see I followed her pattern of stitches, but whenever I finished crocheting it, the panel was like a bell. So there was no way for me to crochet the seam together and expect it to stay at the correct length or shape, I mean. So I put it on, and I sewed it, put it on, and I noticed that 2 pieces of it were coming up, and I was like, oh, there you go, girly. And I went ahead and crocheted a pink strap for the neck, and I was wearing it, and then I was like, okay, well, this is like hella uncomfortable on my neck, and it looked really unfinished with just this around it, and I had this leftover scrap, really soft yarn, no idea what kind. This is like years old scrap, and I decided to use it for the neck piece, and I kept single crocheting all the way around to make it one big solid circle, and this is what I ended up with. I'm gonna show you these on. Yeah. So this is the dress on. I don't think it's horrible, but I don't think it's exactly like good either. I don't know, it's like really basic for me. And what I don't like about some crochet things is you usually have to wear clothes under them, and to me that defeats the purpose. Maybe it's because I'm from a warmer state, but I don't like to have to wear clothes under clothes that I've made to be clothes, you know. I really like the color though. I bought a whole pound of this yarn, so I'm probably gonna keep making other things with it. But at the bottom, I used the thick scrap yarn to create like a bottom lace for it, and I think it really ties the top in together as well. So this is the shrug. I really like this one. Like, this is probably my favorite crochet project. Like I've said though, the sleeves did get like comically long, but you can just like shake them down. I usually wear this with a tank top, and I don't usually mind that combo. Like I said, I know I said earlier, but the tank top just feels cooler, like temperature wise, with this than a sweater and a t-shirt. So I'm aware that this looks like hella weird, but it's because I'm wearing a tank top under it. But so usually I wouldn't be, but you know, let's be a little modest. The strawberries, I know they don't go, but I had a vision and she failed. I wanted it to be like tighter, you know what I mean? Like a little thing to kind of cover up the chest area right here. But I think this back looks so much better than weaving the yarn into like one crocheted panel, because typically yarn stretches. It doesn't just pull like a corset, so your back is gonna look bad. So this is the giant sweater that took me forever. Now keep in mind, I typically wear a size large. This is going past my booty, so past the arms too, massive. Now I really like this sweater when it comes to like big shirt, tights, there we go, Crocs, whatever, you know, you're comfortable, you're smooth, you're getting hose, but the problem here is that it's just uncomfortable, you know, like it's hot, and it's like summertime right now, so they just don't mix at all. This sweater is even worse. it's weirdly tight at the bottom. Like, I don't know what that's about. The sleeves are like, this sleeve is tighter than this sleeve, and I know that's my fault, but this is my sweater. The stitching right here is, you can see it. It's like hard to not notice. And like I said, even putting it on, it's still a pinhead. There's still no neck. Like, I know I went over it with the brown yarn, but I feel like I didn't go up high enough. But now that I'm finished with the project, it just feels like it's too late, that I can't go back and fix it. And it's even hotter than the other one somehow, even though it's lighter. In conclusion, crocheting is hard. Not all of your pieces are going to be hits. In fact, most of mine aren't. Like, one of them is... Damn, it's been like a year and I've only crocheted like 5 things. Anyways, most of them aren't. You're probably going to end up with a bunch of yarn you don't use if you're anything like me. But that's part of the culture. The culture of crocheting is having a bunch of yarn that you've probably thrifted. If you're not thrifting your yarn, you should be. I might regret spilling this secret, but thrift your yarn. And if you're not using your yarn, donate it. Gotta feed into the ecosystem. Anyways, just remember, keep your head up, keep crocheting, and crocheting is better than knitting.